Sagittarius, welcome to your Astroflower reading. This is going to be a reading from the 19th going through to the 25th of September. I've done loads of readings on the monthlies, on the Mercury retrograde, and also on the equinox for the next 3 months. And you will get your personalised equinox reading coming out this week. Yours will be out, I think, on Tuesday or not Monday night. You're going to have to subscribe and click that bell if you want to get the notifications for that. In the meantime, let's get straight on to your reading for this week. Let's just see what's going on here. It's starting to flatten off a bit because you're moving into your autumn period. So it may be a little bit less hectic, which probably might be a good thing for you, actually, give you a bit of a respite. It's basically, you've got the second wave that's coming through at the end of September. That's after the 25th in my concerns. We've already got the first part of September tied in. And I think this is what's going to be more important for you for coming up. I think the majority of the time is going to be sort of respite, as it were. It's like a calm before the storm in a way. Let's just see what's going on in your overall energies. Make hay while the sun shines. Enjoy. Be very social. Look at it. The overall energy, which is less imposing than it was last week. It's just to look at things in a different light. And that's, so I think it's on a social sort of standard, sort of how do you connect with other people. Just very light observations in regards to the world that is around you, really, and how you interact with that world around you in a very social manner. So let's just see how let's see what's going on in your karmic message. This is for your relationships. Loving and having, it's almost like having a nice evening by the fire. I know it's not quite fire time yet. It might be for some of you if you're living in a bit more north, but maybe, it's like, it's having a bit of one-on-one, very interesting, beautiful time. An offer of love or offer of appreciation and love and really good emotions for you here. It might be a case that someone's communicating to you from a distance as well, and declaring themselves maybe at a distance. It'd be interesting to see how that sort of like plays out. But it's the karmic message here is being open to those offerings of love and those emotions, basically, of the world or the people that are around you. Let's just see how the universe is trying to influence that message. They're sort of saying, hang on a second, because they're sort of saying you need a break, but that's not clear enough for me. I'd like it a little bit clearer than that. Okay, you need a good stretch of loving, basically, of being in a scenario with another. It seems to be about relationships, in regards to one-on-one relationships. And it seems like you need a bit of time together and time. Yeah, it's concentrating on those relationships. It's looking at relationships in regards of how much time and effort you put into it. So don't get pulled from pillar to post. As I said, it's going to calm down at the moment. The universe is trying to sort of like stimulate that idea of giving over your time, particularly to one aspect of your relationships at a time. So rather than trying to run from pillar to post, which would be everybody's best friend, as it were, just concentrate on the relationships that are really good for you. And I think this is mainly to do with a couple. Let's just see how the guides are trying to influence that sort of karmic message. They're opening up to possibilities. So they're almost like showing you a brochure, this is possible, this is possible, this is possible. So the coincidences that turn up, it may not be a good idea, and this is where the universe is trying to help you here. It may not be a good idea to accept all of the opportunities. Now, apparently this card wants to come out. We'll have a look at that. You don't want to accept all the opportunities that come out, but be a little bit more sort of selective about what guides or what sort of coincidences you follow. So yeah, sitting a little bit within your power. There's no doubt about it, in the understanding of what got you to where you are. And it's a bit of a call to action. So basically, someone could be really saying to you, you know, Sagittarius, what are you doing over there? Come over here. Come with me. And it's going to make you feel very, it's going to make you feel very powerful in a way, or that you're very sure within yourself. And I think that's what the guides are trying to encourage here. This is looking at it in a different way and concentrating on certain things rather than trying to do everything. Let's just see how the guides are influencing that conversation that is within you. You're going to discover that humorous, because you're going to feel that security at the base of you. It's going to allow you to be a little bit more sort of open to the humorous side of life, and being very communicative, you know, communicating a lot. It's a change of a cycle. This is what's coming up, and it's helping you to sift through a lot of stuff, I think. Here of opening up here is just realizing what's the last year has been been about, and how you want it to be completely different in the going future. It's a new cycle that's coming your way, and it starts with communication and very social and very humorous and joyous sort of bubbly energy. And this could be, a declaration of love, and it could open that door to future marriage and living with someone and stuff like that. Let's just see how it's going on your financial sort of side, your job and your business and your projects. Carry that confidence over into your job. So once you have that confidence within your personal life, it's like being in healthy in body and healthy in mind sort of scenario. Once you've got that sort of like confidence within you, and you can bring it forward into your financial sort of side of life, it's going to give you a swagger, and it's going to ask you to enjoy your expertise, your brilliance. Let go of all those worries. It's good. Sometimes you can worry about your finances a lot. And therefore you're constantly trying to make more, trying to get further on in your job and everything like that. And that may cause you a lot of stress, strain and pain, really, because you've had to sacrifice a lot maybe. And here it's sort of like saying, bring it over so then you can say goodbye to that. The Ten of Swords, it is the end of something. That means something new is coming down the line. And that ties in with that world there reading, that world card, and the monthly and the equinox readings. I would go and have a look at that to see how that sort of ties out. So just letting go of the painful stuff in regards to your job. So you might have been really pushing like a business or a career path in one company, and that company goes bust, but it's going to open up new doors for working for other companies, or within your business you've been trying an aspect that was really personal to you, and it sort of makes you feel a little bit sort of like it didn't come off, so it makes you feel a little bit painful to stop it, because it might have been a real goal of yours. It could well come back up onto the surface in the future. Let's just see how the universe is trying to influence that sort of karmic message. Be gentle with yourself. Rome wasn't built in a day. Don't try and go too quickly on your career path. Enjoy the moment, basically. This is a new start. This is where the Ten of Swords is saying goodbye to that work ethic that might have been really harsh upon you. You might have been working really, really hard, not having enough time to enjoy life, And then all of a sudden this enjoyment comes in and you've realised that you've put too much work in, you've been working too hard and you haven't been enjoying your life enough. And the universe is sort of saying this is a new way of a commitment to your life in regards to your job and your business. So you allow that emotional sort of side to come into your life. It's a marriage between you and your work or your job or your business or your projects, basically. Let's just see how the guides are trying to influence this karmic message here. They're saying breathe. With all this freedom, going through this portal from one dimension to another. And I think that ties in with the economic state that's coming down the line, which was in the equinox readings. And it's going to allow you to be a lot freer and expansive and just breathe and just kind of going, wow, look at all these possibilities that are around us. Give you a clear vision for the future. And that will, within itself, will make you feel like you're winning and doing well. And I think that's how the guides are trying to influence you here. They're trying to give you that inner vision that's really clear and precise and concise for you. Let's just see how the guides are trying to influence that conversation that is within you. They're keeping you on a plan here. You've obviously come through this portal for something, and they're keeping you on a longer term plan. So it's like walking down a high road. There's so many shops, you could buy everything, but you don't have the finances to buy everything. And it's that little conversation that sort of says, yeah, but you could really do with X. Therefore, I will go and see that, or you could really do with a pair of jeans. So I would go to this shop here and buy a pair of jeans. It needs to be practical work, so you don't need to spend a huge amounts of money on the jeans, so you can save that money for something that you'd really like to buy. That sort of scenario, basically. They're trying to sort of like streamline you and keep you, give you that expertise within your job, within your business, so then you can work to the longer term plan and rely on the things that you know how to do with your eyes shut, which will free you up, take you away from this sort of like overwork scenario or this worry about the work scenario in a new dimension, so you can work on that clear vision going forward and using your expertise as the foundation of that progression. Let's just see what's going on the outcome of these two sort of paths and how it feeds into the following week. Yeah, owning it, being part of, because you'll see things in a slightly different light here, it's going to give you a different approach to the outside world and your relationships such as family, friends and community, but also your work aspect and also the human race. And it's just kind of like you're almost sort of saying, and this is who I am. It's a definition of who you are. And you saying goodbye to that disappointment. That disappointment, I don't think is within you, but I think that disappointment is within the world around you. And I think that's got to do with the monthly readings. As I said, between the 25th and the 30th, it looks to be quite complicated. And therefore, it may be a scenario where you get disappointed with the outside world because you are ready and the outside world has gone and lost it. That's what it sort of seems like more than anything else. So this is why your guides are concentrating on that long-term plan. This is why you've got this call to action on this section here. And I would follow that long-term plan and that call to action if I was you. In the links in the description below, you'll find lots of things concerning the Astroflower, including links to our Instagram page and also our sister channel, Cymatic TV. In the meantime, Sagittarius, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.